Okay, so let's get right into it. Picture this. It's January 1st, 2026. You wake up, you're fired up, you're thinking, this is my year, new me. You've got all this motivation, but there's a problem hiding in plain sight. And yeah, this quote kind of says it all, right? Because if you don't have an actual plan, if you don't intentionally make a change, all your old habits from 2025, they're just going to stroll right into the new year with you. And before you know it, 2026 feels exactly like a rerun. So if you're serious about this, the work has to start now. So that's what we're doing today. We are building the plan. Think of this as your blueprint. 8 fundamental habits that are going to upgrade the 3 most important areas of your life: your body, your brain, and your bank account. We have to start with the physical because let's be real, if your body feels like it's 70 years old when you're 25, nothing else is going to work right. This is the foundation that everything, and I mean everything else, is built on. So, for your body, we're zeroing in on 2 game-changing habits. First, learning a combat skill, and second, good old-fashioned strength training. And trust me, both of these are way more doable than you probably think. So this first one, learning a combat skill, this builds a totally different kind of confidence. This isn't about being aggressive, it's about owning your space. When you learn how to throw a real punch, you're not just learning to punch. You're learning timing, discipline, posture, precision. It's as much a mental upgrade as it is a physical one. And look, you don't have to walk into some MMA gym tomorrow and get, folded like a lawn chair. Just start small. Seriously, pull up YouTube, search for boxing basics, and just practice for 5 minutes. That's it. You can start building this skill and this confidence right in your living room. All right, next up. This habit is absolutely 100% non-negotiable. You have to do some kind of strength training. Whether you're lifting weights at a gym or just doing body weight stuff at home, it is essential. Because when you physically transform your body, your mind has no choice but to follow. And hey, if you're just starting out and your pull-up game is, well, fictional, don't get freaked out. Just start with the basics. We're talking push-ups, squats, maybe a plank. The goal on day 1 isn't to be a superhero. It's just to start building the identity of someone who trains. That tiny little mental shift changes everything. Okay, so once the body is in motion, let's talk about upgrading your brain, your mental operating system. This is where a lot of people drop off, because it actually requires you to use a muscle other than your scrolling thumb. We've got 3 habits here, and they're all designed to bring you some much-needed clarity. We're talking about input engineering, taking solo walks, and a super quick daily reset for your mind and spirit. This first one is called input engineering, and this slide just says it all. You are literally one good idea away from solving a problem you've been stuck on for years, but you're not going to find that idea scrolling social media. So just try this. Replace 10 minutes of scrolling with 10 minutes of reading a book or listening to a smart podcast. You have to control what goes into your brain if you want to control what comes out. Okay, this next habit, it's so simple, it's almost criminal how underrated it is. The rule is simple. Leave your phone at home, go outside, and just walk. No music, no podcasts, just you. This is when your brain finally gets the space to finish a thought without being interrupted. It's amazing how many problems solve themselves when you just let your mind wander and unclog. For our third and final mental habit, all I want you to focus on is this number. 5. 5 minutes, that's all you need for a practice that can literally recenter your entire day. We're calling it the soul reset. It's just 5 minutes of stillness every single day. Maybe for you, that's prayer, maybe it's meditation, maybe it's just sitting in silence and reflecting. It doesn't matter what you call it. This habit sets your emotional thermostat for the day. It's like the GPS for your life. If you never stop to update your coordinates, you can't be surprised when you end up lost. All right, let's get into the engine. The thing that drives your freedom, your options, your future. We're talking about your bank account. These next few habits are all about you taking back control of your financial destiny. So we're going to hit 3 crucial areas here. First, just learning the language of money. Second, developing a skill that actually earns you money. And third, a super simple system to keep you on track. The first financial habit is so important. You have to learn how money works. Because if you don't understand the language of money, I promise you, you will be controlled by it your entire life. Just spend 10 minutes a day. That's it. Learn about index funds or compound interest or cash flow. This is not about gambling on crypto. It's about building real, lasting financial literacy. Now, this next habit, this is the one. This is what separates people who hope for a better future from the people who actually go out and build it.
You need a skill that can earn you money pretty much on command. So pick one: copywriting, coding, sales, video editing, whatever, and dedicate just 30 minutes to it every single day. No excuses. And the results are just staggering. In 90 days, you won't even recognize your own skill set. In 6 months, people will start calling you lucky. And in a year, you'll be making money in ways you never even thought were possible for you.
And finally, the weekly wealth meeting. This is not some boring, complicated spreadsheet session. It's a 15-minute power move. Once a week, you sit down and ask yourself these 3 simple questions. It immediately shows you where your money is going, it highlights what's working, and it turns money from this big, scary source of stress into a tool that you are in complete control of. So, we've got habits for the body, habits for the brain, and habits for the bank. But the real magic, the thing that creates an unstoppable transformation, is what happens when you start layering them all together. I mean, what kind of person do you actually become when you're training your body? You're controlling your mental diet, you understand money, and you're building a valuable skill every single day? The answer is you become dangerous. And not in a bad way. You become dangerous to mediocrity. You become dangerous to procrastination. And you become absolutely lethal to the old version of yourself who just let things slide. This right here is the fundamental shift. You go from being a passenger in your own life where things just happen to you to being the driver, the person who makes things happen because of you. This is what true ownership feels like. So I'll just leave you with this one question. The blueprint is right here. The choice, as always, is yours. Who are you going to decide to be when 2026 gets here?